Hello and welcome to the Workouts for Older Men podcast. I am Skip LaCour. I'm so glad you are joining me. Hey, in this short podcast, I want to talk about warming up, but not just warming up, getting your body to exercise and making sure that you're comfortable, you're mentally ready, you're physically ready so you don't injure yourself. Not necessarily that. We can talk about that, but really warming up to build muscle with your weight training as an older man. Warming up to build muscle as an older man. I want to talk about how to warm up to be effective and efficient. So what warming up will do when you want to build muscle is you're physically, mentally, emotionally ready to hit the overload weight. You're really ready to give everything you have to that one set. All right, being safe, being strong, pushing yourself, getting that 5 more pounds, 1 more rep. All right, doing it safely with the mind-muscle connection that we talk about, form, feel, and execution, because that's what stimulates muscle growth. It's intensity. That would be in the intensity umbrella. Hey, thank you so much for the positive comments, whether you're listening to this podcast every time I post them on YouTube or you're getting on your favorite podcast platform. Thank you so much for the comments. Hey, if you are interested in taking all this information that you're hearing and me coaching you week by week, keeping you accountable, making sure that we have the pictures and you understand the weight and you know you're going in the right direction. 12 weeks with me, one-on-one coaching. If you really want to take this to the next level, I'll give you my 34, 35 years of experience, not just doing and helping out others. So when you're done with me in 12 weeks, 12 hours, week to week, we do it the same day, at the same time for 12 weeks, you're going to have this for the rest of your life. So efficiently using your willpower, focus, energy, and time, more certainty in what you're doing. All right. So then it's just a matter of doing it. Health, fitness, looking good, feeling good, building muscle, losing body fat, living that long, healthy life, taking everything that you're hearing in these podcasts and actually applying it in the shortest period of time. Reach out to me for one-on-one coaching. Talk to me about it. If you're at all interested, you've been listening to these podcasts and you're at all interested, let's talk on the phone. I'll be more than happy. You say, well, Skip, your podcasts are great. I think I get this information. I'm not quite sure if it's working. I don't know if my body is different because, everybody's different, right? Tell me how your coaching is directly going to impact me. How am I going to benefit me specifically? I want to know, Skip. Let's talk on the phone and feel no obligation. All right. I don't think really most men know the power of one-on-one coaching, how it's going to save you time and energy. It's going to help you build out muscle, lose that body fat. It's going to speed up the process because a lot of times, especially if you're the type of person who listens to these podcasts, you're probably doing pretty good. You kind of put this kind of effort in, you're working out and you're eating and you're listening to podcasts, you're probably better than most. But to reach those levels that you can, that seems to be eluding you, one-on-one coaching is it. Let me talk to you about it, your specific situation. I'd be more than happy to talk to you about it. Reach out. It's in the description of this podcast. And I've got many ways, many different programs, some far less than 12 weeks if that's the best for you. I got many ways to help you reach your goal through one-on-one coaching, so reach out. And by the way, you're talking to me, the guy who's doing these podcasts, right? The guy that if you did a Google search, you saw was a 6-time national champion, the one posting all the articles and the videos. And you're going to work with me and not you get drawn in by the personality, the champion, and then you get farmed down to some trained coach. That's not how I do it. You're going to be working with me exclusively. I know that we're kind of building a relationship with you listening to these podcasts, and that's great. Let's take it to a new level. Let's get you what you need, what you want with this working out and health and fitness at your age. Let's take it to the next level. Reach out. We'll talk about it. All right, so let's talk about warming up properly, warming up to build muscle in the most effective and efficient manner when you are a little bit older, right? So, look, it should go without saying if you're going to, even run and play basketball or, sometimes even walk, right? Depending on your age and your physical limitations, how banged up, whether it's from weight training or your job or just life, a bad genetic dealing that you've been given, right? Our bodies, when we're older, depending on the person, can do more, some can do less, right? Your particular situation, anytime you exercise, anytime you exert more than walking from point A to point B, right? You're going to have to make sure your body's ready, warming up, right? So warming up could be stretching, thorough stretching, all right, before you kind of push yourself beyond the normal moving, all right? Stretching, walking, running, jogging, stationary bike in the gym, at home, whatever. Okay, stretching, running, warming up, walking, all right? Lifting before you go heavy, though, that's what I want to talk about, right? But, getting your mind ready, warmed up, muscles loosened to do any physical exertion, that's basic warming up. You definitely want to do that, and that becomes more important when you're older. But the type of warm-ups I want to talk about is once you get to the gym. So I'm going to assume that you have a home gym or a commercial gym, that you progress in weight, you can push yourself, and wherever you are, there's heavier dumbbells, or there's more weight to push. There's more plates on the machine. There's more plates to put on a barbell when you are able to do it, right? So you're doing that progressive overload. You have a path, all right? So let's just say, and you're in a gym. So let's just talk about chest. I like to talk about chest because everybody can relate to chest, right? So let's say you picked out to do 4 exercises for your chest. You're going to start off with the barbell bench press. Then you're going to go to the next exercise, incline dumbbell bench press. Then you're going to lay down on your back and you're going to do dumbbell flat bench press. And then you're going to finish it off with decline bench press for chest. So there's 4 exercises. Let's say that you're going to do 3 sets of each. 3 times 4 exercises is 12 sets. All right? You want those 12 sets, you push those hard. That is plenty of work for your chest. But you got to make sure that you're going for 1 more rep, 5 more pounds, progressive over, pushing yourself, getting that set safe, good form, right? Mind-muscle connection, the muscle's really working, the targeted muscle group, the chest in this case, is really working it. But if you really know what you're doing, you go out, that's plenty of work for your chest. I don't care what your chest looks like now. That is plenty of work when you do those 12 sets, right? Personally, 9 sets is the most I would go for chest. But let's stick with that. 4 different exercises, 3 sets each. That's what you have planned. All right, so you start off with the flat bench press, and I understand that some of you can't do flat bench press, your shoulders over time. I get that. So, switch this with whatever exercises you can do. All right, but I'm going to talk about the first exercise being barbell bench press. All right, let's just say, for the sake of argument, the most you can do, your maximum that keeps you in your rep range. Let's say your rep range is 6 to 8 reps, and pushing yourself to the 185, you can barely get 8, but you can get at least 6. That 185 pounds keeps you in that 6 to 8 rep range, and that's what you found for overload, and you're always trying to build upon that. All right, so it's chest. It's cold in the morning, right? It's cold. Your body's cold, whatever. Or you're kind of a little mentally tired, and it's the afternoon. Whatever the case, what I might do, and this has happened a lot. Regardless of what my maximum is, I'll just get the bar, and I will just maybe do 12, 15 reps with just the bar. Then I'll put 10 pounds on it, let's say, and I might do 10 reps. Then, I might put a 25, do 8 reps. Okay, I'm not scientifically picking a weight that is X amount of percentage of my maximum weight, 185. I'm just going by feel. Then I might put a 35 and do 6 reps. Then I'll put a 45 and do 4 reps. Okay, then I will put maybe a 10 pounds on each side. So I'm really close. I'm about every 85, 90% of my maximum, and I might do 2 reps. All right. So what is that? Bar, 10 pounds, 25 pounds, 35 pounds, 45 pounds. So that was 6 warm-up sets. But see, here's the deal. I'm not going anything less now than what challenges me in that 6 to 8 rep range, in this case, that weight. That I'm really pushing myself. All right, so those 3 sets that I said for bench press, now they start. Okay? I don't pyramid up. Like the first one is a certain percentage, and then by the third one, I'll do my maximum. No, all those three are those maximum that keep me within 6 to 8 reps in this case. So the first two, I might get 8, 8, and the second one I might get 7, or I might get 8, 7, and 6. All right? So you get that, right? So you go straight to the challenging weight. You don't pyramid up when your 3 working sets, because all 12 of these working sets are all not pyramid up, not some of them. All of them are all out. See, you can kind of think like, wow, if I go all out on all 12 sets, that's going to really push it. So you can see how if you go all out, 9 might do it. 3 different exercises, 3 sets. All right, so here's the thing. So you get that part. Here's the deal. So the second exercise, we said incline dumbbell bench press, right? And let's just say, for the sake of argument, 70 pounds is the most you can do. Is that too much? I don't want to freak guys out with this weight, with the weights, because some can do it, some can't. It's really not about the weight. Maybe for the sake of this argument, incline dumbbell presses, we're all older. I'm just going to say 50 pounds, okay? Right? That's your max. That's what keeps you in your 6 to 8 rep range, all right? Okay, 50 pounds. You're not going to do 30 and then 40 and then the last set do 50. All 3 sets are going to be 50. You should get, even if it's 6, 6, 6, you stay within the 6 to 8 rep range. You don't pyramid up. You don't waste those sets. You don't waste anything less that it challenges you in that 6 to 8 rep range. All right? Just think of those are a couple reps. A lot of guys do 4, 4, 4, and 4 for 16, and 2 of them are less than that overload weight. You've already warmed up the chest. If it was able to go overload to that 185 bench press, it's a different exercise. I know it might feel mentally different, but your chest is warmed up to do the next exercise, the incline dumbbell bench press, the next exercise, the flat dumbbell press, and then the decline barbell bench press for the 4. You should be able to go right to your 3 sets, right that push you to stay in the 6 to 8. No more pyramiding up to warm up to get to the heavyweight on those next 3 exercises. So after you've warmed up for chest, the chest is already warmed up, and boom. Now, everything you do is overload. That's what creates muscle. That's what creates intensity. That's how you get more done in less time. Not by warming up after you've warmed up. And I get it. Well, Skip, this I did train my triceps, but it's a different tricep. It's a different movement. Those are different movements. I feel different doing a decline than a bench press. I have to warm it. That's mental preparation. It's not that your chest isn't ready. You're just not. And here's the thing. You'll see. You can do it. You can do it, right? All right, so that's one aspect. Guys wonder, how can I do it with such few sets? How does that really build muscle? What's this intensity? I'm working hard. Well, understanding of this, but don't just understand what I said. Really apply it, and apply it to legs. Same thing. If the leg press is your first exercise, do 6. And now the overriding principle, I guess I'll say this, how to sum it up. You want to do as few sets as possible, but still get the job done. You want to do as few reps in those sets and still get the job done. And you want to use the least amount of weight that you can. You just want to get physically, mentally, and emotionally ready for that overload weight, that challenge. It's a sprint after that warm-up. All right, so that's going to do it for this Workouts for Older Men podcast. We're going to eat this elephant one bite at a time, as the great Zig Ziglar used to say. Again, reach out. Let's put all this together, push you on the path. I know you got a busy life. You don't want to become a fitness expert. How can I make it simple, effective for you? You can go out there and master it, but have certainty and confidence so you just get it done. All right, let's take on the day with a sense of urgency. We have to when we're a little bit older. We've got more time behind us than we do in front of us. Have a great day.